Good morning, welcome back to another episode of TNTV. I'm your host Billy, coach of the Nottingham Forest Curse, and today we're back with another ICP video. This is Season 2, Week 3, up against our good friend Trexo, coach of the Portland Timburrs. Like I already mentioned, Trexo is a very good friend of ours. We often chat, pretty much most days actually. We chat and we discuss draft plans together when we've got an upcoming league. We discuss, sometimes we even discuss team building. We do sometimes help each other team build. Trexo is also the coach. He's also the commissioner of the ICP at the moment, whilst Seth is still on his extended leave, and he actually runs the ICP YouTube channel, which the link is in the description down below. Now, both of us are currently 1-1 at this point. Neither of us want to go 2-1, 1-2. Obviously, we both love to go 2-1, but unfortunately, only one of us can. Now, this matchup is pretty difficult for either of us. I think we've both got threats that either of us don't really deal with very well. If you want to see the full matchup and the full sets that we're bringing, head to our Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter, #TeamNutsTV. There we during the week we post teasers of our upcoming Draft League battles, so we'll show off our sets, we'll show off little maybe snippets of the game that's coming up. The thumbnail we'll show that off early. Also, so do go follow us there. A lot of fun stuff coming up. Now back to Trexo, because great guy. Make sure to go and check him out. His link is in the description below, as are all the other coaches in the league. Trexo actually has he's got the team building slides. He's got some really fantastic team building slides that he's had commissioned. So highly recommend go check him out. Just see those; they're absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much all of that. Only other thing I want to touch on before getting into the battle is if you do like the video, please consider leaving a like, please consider commenting, and please consider subscribing. Currently only 50% of our viewers are subscribed. Now, most of our viewers are returning viewers, so people are sticking around to watch our stuff, but they're just not subbing. Let me know if you know what it would take for you to sub. I mean, if those 50% of our viewers that are returning that aren't subbed, then we'd probably hit our goal of hitting 100 subs, and we'd hit that pretty soon. So yeah, please consider that. All right, so as you can see, well, you could see from my layout anyway, but here is the teams we decided to bring. Looking at Trexo's team, I was a little bit worried as to he's brought a lot more bulk than I thought he would. We do see the Ylander, which is a huge problem for us. Foul play, Dazzling Gleam, Grass Knot, and Power Gem just rip through all 6 of our Pokemon. It really does. Webs with Vikavolt are going to be extremely important in this game, just to slow that thing down. If it is Choice Scarf like I'm expecting, or it could potentially be, instead of Power Gem, it could be the Meter Beam set, but I really think he doesn't want to have to charge each turn. I think he's just going to want to be able to Power Gem his way through my team. Hitmonlee is obviously going to be in Burden, but there's no terrain. He didn't bring Rillaboom, which I'm not surprised about. Yes, I've got a Quagsire, but I've also brought 6 other, my other 5 Pokemon all resist grass. So grass terrain Rillaboom isn't that prevalent here, but Hitmonlee can certainly rip a hole through our team. Comfy, I'm not too worried about Comfy. Yeah, it can be set up, but I've got an Aegislash and a Talonflame, and that's kind of enough, I'd expect. Swampert I expect it to be bulky, same with Umbreon, same with Corviknight, so got to watch out. Got to try and break those down, because our main way of trying to win this game is actually with Talonflame. We're actually a Swords Dance Talonflame with Gale Wings. Gale Wings is just great in case he did bring Unburden Hitmonlee. If he gets his Unburden boost, as long as we're still at full health, which we should be with our heavy duty boots, we will always outspeed the Hitmonlee. Well, we'll always get to go before the Hitmonlee with our first attack. I decided to leave Quagsire here just in case they did lead with the Nihilego, but they do lead Comfy. I know they can use, they've got access to Giga Drain, but I don't expect them to do that turn 1. I expect them to just U-turn now, which they do, which allows me to just fire off a Toxic, getting a poison on this Swampert, because it's really key for our Talonflame endgame. The only 2 Pokemon on his team that are not, that I need chipping down, 3. Yeah, Swampert needs chipping down, Umbreon needs chipping down, and Nihilego needs chipping down, because everything else at +2, Ioko. But in comes the Swampert, as I expect him to go for the Stealth Rocks here, but he actually goes to Toxic. which is fine. I mean, my Vickervolt gets toxic, it is what it is. Now, the thing is with my team this week, apart from Talonflame, I haven't brought many boots. Togekiss and Vickervolt haven't got boots. And the reason I didn't bring boots this week on those Pokemon is because I really wanted Webs up. And the way I saw it, Webs were more important to me than Rocks were for him. So I expected if I was to get my Webs up, then he's just going to be defogging all the time. So Rocks won't really be on the field that much. I'd rather have the leftovers recovery. As they do go into Comfy. Now, depending on the Comfy set, I could actually 2-hit KO here with Thunderbolt. I know Comfy here could be defog, but I haven't got anything to punish that really, other than going into Aegislash. But in the end, I decided, right, you know what, I really want to scout this Comfy set. I want to see how much bulk it's got. So I decided to fire up a Thunderbolt here, as they actually just go for an aromatherapy, which is really unfortunate because we really wanted that Swampert Toxic for the, like I said, for that Talonflame endgame. We'll go for a Thunderbolt here, and we see that it doesn't even 2-hit KO this Comfy, which I think told me that it's like max HP and max per def. This thing is very specially defensive. Big problem for my Vickervolt. I really expected to be able to 2-hit KO that thing, but since we can't, I'm going to switch out here into Grace the Togekiss. Because I think here they might U-turn out, which, as you can see, they don't. They do go for a Draining Kiss, which is also fine, because even if you, in case you didn't know, even though Draining Kiss is a special move, it actually makes contact, and we have actually got the Rocky Helmet on Togekiss this week. That was to stop Rillaboom pivoting around freely. Same with Swampert and Corviknight. I just wanted to be able to chip them down. Yeah, so down goes the They do the Draining Kiss. We get some recoil. They then go for defog. So now I know that this is their defogger and not their Corviknight, most likely. So I take this opportunity to just go for a heal belt. I don't want my Vickervolt poisoned. Like I said, I don't have. I can't remember if I got recovery on my Vickervolt. I'm not sure, but I go for the heal belt as they actually. Now they've gone into Nihilego. Now this is the problem. So I went for Dazzling Gleam on the Comfy just to just chip it down. And in comes the Nihilego for free. And this is kind of a theme of this game of Nihilego just coming in for free. It comes in, I expect it to just go for like a Power Gem, as it does. It goes for the Power Gem. I go into my Quagsire. I have got the Rindo Berry on the Quagsire, just in case it is Grass Knot. And I'm not fucking about with this Nihilego. I'm just going to go for an Earth Power here, just in case he, you know, if he wants to go for Grass Knot thinking he can KO me, and think they can stay in, I'm not taking that risk. So I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, as they do go into Swampert once again. So this seems like it's their Quagsire answer. Now, I'm not fully expecting them to go for the Toxic again this time. I really think they're going to get up their rocks. Now that they've got rid of my Webs, I think they're going to want their rocks up. So I go hard into my Hydreigon here. Good old Obulus is here. Obulus this week is a, I believe it's Choice Specs this week. I was originally set up like Nasty Plot set to try and break. But in the end, like last minute pretty much, I decided to change to a spec set just to try and instantly break it when I have to keep setting up. I thought he might switch out here, which is why I went for the U-turn, but he actually stays in, which is fine. I get to go into my Togekiss because if I'm clicking U-turn, if he's staying in, then I'm expecting a flip turn, like he wants a slow pivot. So I go to my Togekiss, let him take some Rocky Helmet chip, which is really nice. Look how weak in this Swampert is. We only need probably like another round of Rocky Helmet chip, and it'll be in range of a +2 Brave Bird from our Talonflame. But unfortunately, they do get back into their Nihilego. This time, I'm expecting them to predict my Quagsire and go for a Grass Knot. On that prediction, I go into my my Aegislash. Do they click Foul Play? No, they click Grass Knot. So it all worked out all right for us there. Yeah, Aegislash is in fine. Here, I click Iron Head here. I instantly regretted it. I instantly, wished I'd clicked Close Combat. There was no reason not to click Close Combat there. They're not going to go into Comfy, and Close Combat would still have taken out the Nihilego. But you know, it is what it is. I clicked Iron Head. We got to scout some damage on the Umbreon, and we got to see that it was actually a physically defensive Umbreon, which again, rough for my Talonflame. I really need to get this thing massively chipped down. It's not always easy with an Umbreon though, with Wish, Protect, Leftovers, etc. Now I'm expecting the Wish here, so I actually just go straight into Vickervolt. I think I see this as an opportunity to get out my Webs, because they're not going to want to stay in here. They did actually go for the Protect, so they didn't actually get a Wish up, which is really nice. All they're going to get here is some Leftovers recovery. But like I said, this is perfect opportunity, it seems, for me to get up my web. So I do click stealth sticky webs, as unfortunately he goes straight back hard into the Nihilego, and I've once again let this Nihilego, this monster, in for free. I don't know what to do here. I don't want to go into Quagsire and then predict that and go for the Grass Knot. I don't want to go into Aegislash, then predict that and click Foul Play. This is me just assuming they've got Foul Play. So I decided to stay in, as they actually just straight up Power Gem. So I could have gone into either of the Pokemon there, but, you know, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, next up into Aegislash, because I do fully expect them to be locked in at this point. And this time I do believe I actually do click Close Combat. This time I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so I click Close Combat, as this time they go into the Corviknight. As you can see, it actually does quite a good amount of damage to a Corviknight. I don't know what this Corviknight wants to do, to be honest. Because I saw Defog on the Comfy, I started to worry a little bit that this was going to be a setup Corviknight, which is not what I want to deal with. I didn't expect him to want to go for you know, a bulk up. I didn't know what he wants to do at this point. I thought he might have a dart move. It turns out this thing gets payback, so that's what he goes for. That's his way of dealing with Aegislash, it seems, this game. But it gets me into my Obulus, which is fantastic. Now, I just hit a dart pulse here. I expect them to either, if they switch into Comfy, they switch into Comfy. But I thought they might want to go for a slow pivot, which they do. They hadn't seen anything from my Obulus yet in terms of special outputs. They didn't know if I was Spexed or Scarf or Setup, anything like that. But that Dart Pulse does a lot of damage. If I got a flinch there, that'd been incredible, but unfortunately not. Here they do go into their Umbreon, which is fine. I mean, I'm locked into Dart Pulse, so I have to get out of here. I'd say after this game, or during the game, I kind of wish I didn't bring Specs. I really wish I wasn't locked in at this point with Hydreigon, but it got a lot of damage off from the Corviknight, which is fantastic. Now, the only problem with that as well is that obviously Umbreon just gets come in here, click Wish, and there's nothing stopping him going into Corviknight now with that Wish, because I've got my freaking Togeous in here, which is extremely passive this week. It's just not really cutting it, especially. It's not even that important really, with there being no Rillaboom. But I'm going to go for a Roost anyway, just try and keep myself a little bit healthy. It might be nice for the Hitmonlee later. So yeah, we get the Roost, we get up to a bit of health. He goes into his Comfy to get the Wish, so he's going to get back to full health. And this is literally a free defog for him now, and I don't have my web setter anymore, so I'm not going to keep webs up this game, which is unfortunate. But predicting the defog, I'm just going to go straight into my Aegislash here. Yeah, there's the defog. I'm just going to go straight into Aegislash. Now, the way I'm looking at the board here is, if I click Swords Dance here, they're going to struggle, right? They're going to struggle because almost everything's almost in range of Aegislash, which this isn't my end game. My end game was not to plan for Aegislash, but looking at it, it's starting to look like that could be the way this game goes. So I've just clicked Swords Dance here as he does U-turn out into the Umbreon. Now at +2, I've seen this thing's leftovers. I know it's not Chople. +2 Swords Dance, +2 Aegislash, Close Combat to a max HP Umbreon has a 82% chance, I believe, 82% chance of OHKO in an Umbreon. Now, if this doesn't OHKO, they foul play me and I'm dead. But luckily, Aegislash, showing why she's the team captain, picks up the knockout on the Umbreon. And currently looking at things, we've got this thing comes in, right? This thing comes in. Unfortunately, +2 Shadow Sneak does not take out Hitmonlee. Fully expecting though it to go for the knockoff, because it kind of has to. He can't play around with a +2 Aegislash in his face. Expects the knockoff or an EQ, either work, allowing me to go into Grace. I do lose my Rocky Helmet, which is fine. We chipped a little bit on the Hitmonlee, so if it was Sash, it's not Sash anymore. And in comes the Swampert. Now, I expected the switch. I predicted a switch here, but I didn't expect him to go into Swampert. I thought he was going to go into Nihilego. So I made a hard read and went into my Aegislash. This is not a good position for me at all. That read did not work out. I'm just going to switch out here, and I'm going to go into Obulus, the Hydreigon. Expecting him to go for the rocks actually, or an EQ. He does obviously go for the EQ here. As in comes my Hydreigon. Now, I've got a choice here. I can either try and bop this thing if I think it's going to stay in, or I can predict something else to come in. I thought the Comfy was pretty obvious, but I clicked Dark Pulse anyway because I did not want to click Flash Cannon on that Swampert. I mean, I suppose I could have done. The Swampert's not doing too much to me, but I just did not want to be locked in to Flash Cannon. I'd rather this situation. I went for a Dark Pulse with the Comfy coming in. He then knows I have the freest Aegislash switch, and he's going to overpredict. I had a very good feeling that he was not going to click Draining Kiss there. He was going to click U-turn, so I just went for a Dark Pulse just to get a little bit more damage on it. But unfortunately, that gets him freely into his Nihilego, which just picks up another KO. So that is 2 Pokemon down on our side and 1 down on his side. And we've got a beast boosting Nihilego here. So we have seen before that is the special attack raising one, which does kind of confirm to me that it's going to be Scarfed. Again, this just gets me back into my Aegislash. Now at this point, I'm looking at things. I'm like, okay, I can click Swords Dance here because there's no way they're risking their. There's no way they're risking. Oh no, I didn't click Swords Dance. Sorry. I just thought there's no way they're risking their Nihilego. But I clicked Close Combat anyway. Yeah, that's right. So actually, I remember now. I clicked Close Combat because if the Swampert did come in, I need to chip it. +2 Close Combat wasn't KOing the Swampert at that range, so there was no point in me clicking Swords Dance. I went for the Close Combat, got the damage on Swampert, and now next time that interaction happens when Aegislash is in on Nihilego, I can always click Swords Dance because I will KO the Swampert from there. This time he does click the Stealth Rock, so I switch out into my Togekiss, and honestly Togekiss isn't really doing anything for me at this point. I kind of want Togekiss to go down here, or I kind of want his Nihilego to come in, sorry. I kind of want his Nihilego to come in because I want his Nihilego to kill something, and I want a free switch into Aegislash to click that Swords Dance and have that interaction I've just mentioned. So against Togekiss, I just clicked Dazzling Gleam because it would be my hardest hit move if Swampert did stay in. But as you can see, he went into the Nihilego, and this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I let Nihilego take down my Togekiss. Togekiss has gone down. I now get a free switch into Aegislash. We know this thing is most likely locked into Power Gem. Again, I don't think he's going to just let me have his Nihilego, so I am just going to click Swords Dance here. And so he actually goes into the Corviknight, which is a little bit... which is fine. He was obviously sacking the Corviknight. I click Swords Dance. Now, fun little bit of information here. I live his... what was his Payback? I live Payback because we do have a Colbur Berry. So I just go for another Swords Dance here. And suddenly, when things were looking pretty dire because that Nihilego was just killing everything, I now have a +4 Aegislash on the field. We have a Colbur Berry. We take this hit from the Corviknight, no problem. And this Corviknight is in range of a +4 Close Combat. So, here we go. Stance change. Aegislash. Close Combat on the Corviknight. Are we going to take it out? We are. That's another KO for Aegislash. He has now taken out the Corviknight and took down the Umbreon. What? I know, right? Not often you see a Ghost type take out a Dark type and a Steel type take out another Steel type, but this is Aegislash for you. We're at +4. This Hitmonlee doesn't have a Focus Sash. This Hitmonlee is dead. It's not living a Shadow Sneak at all. Not even close. That thing gets absolutely bought by a +4 Shadow Sneak. Hitmonlee has no defense whatsoever. In comes the Comfy, and now we are at -1 and in Shield, in Blade form. This Draining Kiss doesn't quite do enough. It doesn't quite take us out. There's no point in me going for Shadow Sneak here because Draining Kiss will always out prioritize, so I just go for an Iron Head. It turns out he's Berry Berry though, and the question is, can a +4 Aegislash Iron Head KO a Comfy? Yes, it can. Even through Berry Berry, it's no problem for an Aegislash. So that is 4 KOs for Aegislash this game so far. In comes the Swampert, and here I was looking at his like, okay, if this thing's max Fizz Def, then it actually lives a Shadow Sneak, and I haven't confirmed yet that I'm faster than this thing, I don't think, with Aegislash. But I go for it anyway. I'm pretty convinced there with the defense investment we've seen from the Swampert so far. That is defensive. It's not going to have much speed, and we are going to be able to outspeed it, which obviously we do. Kill it with a Close Combat. Now in comes the Nihilego. Nihilego, again, another Pokemon, has fantastic special defense, absolutely zero physical defense. So in comes Aegislash. Clicks the Shadow Sneak and KOs the Nihilego. And boom, that's it. 6 kills for Aegislash. Now, I thought this was an absolutely brilliant game. The reason I think it was a brilliant game is because it was so back and forth. Like you had Nihilego every time, like coming in so often. Trexo did a fantastic job in getting Nihilego in so often for free, and that's my fault. That's my fault in prep for allowing that to happen. But I did, and it happened. And every time Nihilego came in, it got a KO. Until eventually, Aegislash proved why Aegislash is the best Pokemon in Draft League format. At me. So yeah, that is the end of the game. That puts us at 2-1, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going into week 4. Week 4, we're going up against Jetman, a new coach to the ICP. So make sure to go check him out. Make sure to check out our opponent Trexo. Make sure to check out the ICP YouTube channel. Make sure to go follow us on Twitter. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you all next week. Cheerio.